and these heathens, all right, and niggas that sold out, they think they had good case. That's why they so complacent and shit here. You read it?
That they should think themselves to be in good case.
Yep.
And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's growing all around the world. Swords represent wars, conflicts, and battles. All right, confusion, these protesters. All right, commotions, and famine. You got famine all in every different parts of the world. You got it in Egypt. You got it down there in Somalia. They stay starving. You got that in North Korea. Okay, you have it here in the United States. And it's only gonna get worse. Keep reading.
For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yeah. So when they besiege you people, and this famine be brought upon you, at first you going like, well, I'm not gonna give in. But when you get hungry enough, and you start seeing a lot of people die from that famine, that starvation, you gonna give in. That's why I say that in the parable of the sower. Those that was cast upon the stony ground, you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's all excited and hyphy and stuff because you an Israelite, you better consider the time we approaching, man. If you ain't rooted in this and you ain't serious about it, you gonna fall away when all hell break loose, man. When this famine come and you get tested with hunger, you gonna give in and take that RFID chip. That's what it's talking about. They that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Alright, you take that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, your ass gonna be destroyed in this thermonuclear destruction. Keep reading.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung.
Yep.
And there shall be no man to comfort them.
Yeah.
For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall no man be left until the earth or to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men.
Yeah, all places shall be desolate of men. All right, just how Boston was when they locked the city down. And guess what? They want to bring that to Charlotte. And when they bring it to Charlotte, all you simple-minded peons, y'all gonna be shitting on yourself, vomiting, pissing, wilding out. Mainly you women. I can't wait till that day comes because all these proud so-called independent women, y'all gonna be bugging out, man. And it's gonna be glorious, man. Okay? And y'all and they set it up that way so they can just scoop you up. That's what they're gonna do. These soldiers, you're spoil of war. Cause the new battleground is the American is the United States, and the battle or the people they're gonna war against is you citizens of the United States. Okay? So they're just gonna take you people, man.
So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
Yeah.
For of a city there shall be left 10. And to a field which shall be hide themselves in the thick groves and the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah, because of cannibalism. Alright? Because of cannibalism. What you saw down there in Miami and other places where they had people spaz out and start eating people, that was all a trial run. To see how a certain virus or infection that they probably created in the CDC, all right, that when they release it, okay, in the public, and people start spazzing out and eating each other, all right, because of that disease or because of the lack of food, all right, you're gonna have people hiding in places like the sewer or fucking and the woods and shit, trying to avoid it from getting eaten. They show you that in that movie, The Road. Keep reading.
Verse 31. Even so in those days there shall be left 3 or 4 by them that search the house with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and her paths shall grow full of thorns. Because no man shall travel there through.
Yep.
The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom.
Yeah, talking about you women. You young women, you gonna mourn. Because you don't have no man. Okay? And a lot of men ain't gonna want you bitches in that day because they know what you young women do. A lot of you young women done had at least, I'm just being generous, 20 partners already. That's being generous, right? That might be happening one night, 20 partners. So who gonna want you then? Fucking nasty ass sluts. That's why the Lord said, woe unto them that give suck in those days and them that are with child. That's talking about women and children. A lot of you women and your children are gonna die out here, man. And the Lord sanctioned it. Keep reading.
The virgins shall mourn having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn having no husbands.
Yeah, these single moms, or what they call them now? They call themselves cougars and shit. That's a damn shame to be that old and you don't have no man. You still hunting down a partner, but you in your 40s and 30s plus, and you calling yourself a cougar or older. That's an abomination, man. You should have been had a man back in your teens when you still in your prime and you had some decency about you. Nobody want no thoroughly used up box, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Keep reading.
Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers.
Yeah, and your daughters, whom you done indoctrinated to be powerful, strong, black women, and you could do it, girl power and all this shit. Keep reading. What's gonna happen to them?
In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
Yeah, all these Pepe Le Pew ass kissing help me out. What you call them? These manginas, they're gonna be destroyed in this upcoming war. Okay? And the race war and this third world war. Keep reading.
And their husbands shall perish of famine.
And your man gonna die in the famine. Okay? Because a lot of these men out here are effeminate and have women tendencies, man. And the Lord, he hates effeminate men, and he damn sure hates sodomites. So they gonna be destroyed. Keep reading.
Verse 37, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 to 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not for a moment. Even so shall the plagues be not slack upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and the sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those days be ye as pilgrims upon the earth.
Yeah, meaning your mind has to be like that of a pilgrim. This ain't your rest, so you gotta have that mindset that this is just temporary. I'm passing through. And you gotta be ready to move. Okay? When all hell break loose. Alright? If the Lord put the spirit on you to move. Okay? Keep reading.
Verse 45. And therefore they that labor in vain.
Yeah, so all these people that's striving to make it high in the corporate world, they laboring in vain. All their stuff can be taken from them under the executive order that the president signed called the National Defense Reserve Preparedness Act.
Well, y'all believe in get back.
Yeah.
Think that if you put the white man in slavery, everything's going to be okay for you, right?
Well, the Bible says that. Get that for him. Well, I'll get it.
Where does it say that in the Bible?
I'll get it real quick. This is Revelations 13 and 10.
I was hoping that by now everybody would have learned a lesson about usury, which is what the Bible says. God condemns usury, which is slavery.
Okay. This is Revelations 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That's true. That is true.
So you just said it in your own statement.
I was hoping that maybe some race or some religion would be big enough to see a way to put an end on it.
No, it's always going to be somebody up on top of somebody serving.
Domination, crap.
Let me ask you this: what does the word servant mean?
Servant means to serve Christ, serve God.
No. The word servant. I didn't ask all that. I said the word servant.
It means to serve.
Okay. What's another word for servant? Slave.
No.
Oh, yes.
No, there's a difference between a servant and a slave.
No, the word servant.
My people were indentured servants.
Black people?
White people. My people were indentured servants.
What, you Irish?
When they were in England? And in Germany, and in America, Benjamin Franklin was an indentured servant to his brother.
Okay. What's your people?
My people are not African American.
We didn't say we were African American.
My people are Caucasian Europeans.
Well, then y'all, regardless if Benjamin Franklin was an indentured servant, his ass
My
going into
people are
slavery.